I don't have that list in front of me anymore, obviously none of us do, but this was,
A lot of mine mail, I'm in a hotel, a lot of mine don't mail to the hotel, and during this whole COVID, it's closed, so I didn't go to them until I get my mail.
He was mailed his notifications, just like all of the lawyers.
But I don't remember this name being on our list.
I don't remember, no, but my memory's shot, but that all that would have happened before we actually foreclosed, right? Like the foreclosure is an automatic thing that occurred. Okay.
Yes, as a result of all this.
Correct. Okay, so you have, at this point in time, to the 15th, to pay your taxes completely, then we can do a quick claim deed. If not, between now and then, we will determine from MMA if we can extend it beyond the 15th.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Jeff had already made motions.
Well, he made the motion to extend it to the 15th, which we cannot, to October 20th. Jeff, can you make a motion to postpone the decision until September 15th?
Yes.
Okay, and I will second that one. Any other questions from the board? All those in favor of postponing any decision till September 15th? Thank you very much, Mr. Finley. Okay, we have the resignation of Frederick Quivy from the Investment Committee.
Mr. Quimbley informs us that due to family obligations, he was being forced to reduce the amount of time that he spends to community volunteer commitments. He'll say it was a privilege to serve with a very dedicated and engaged group of citizens. And he was just
Yes, Jeff?
I've worked with Fred for a number of years on the investment committee, and I would like to accept this, but with deep regret.
It's been moved and seconded, and with that deep regret. All those in favor? 5-0. Thank you. The next one is to set a special town meeting for the fiscal year 2020 overdrafts and shoreland zoning ordinance.
So as the board is aware, and probably most of a lot of people are aware, there are a lot of articles in our budget this year, and many articles related to changes to the town ordinances. One of the changes in the ordinance was the shoreland zoning ordinance, which used to be part of the broader zoning ordinance. It was separated on its own ordinance. And it was left off of the ballot by mistake. The ballot went through many hands and nobody picked up on it. Because it is now a separate ordinance, if we let this go to the November meeting, the town will actually be out its own shoreline zoning ordinance. So I really prefer to get this taken care of. So I propose that we hold the town meeting before the select board meeting to vote on that article, as well as $5,888 overdraft for the police department.
Okay. Ben, I think you might have a question.
I don't see time-wise how we could make it happen.
The overdraft part might be an issue getting the budget committee together, because I have talked with them. If we can't do it, I'll give you a service charge.
I would ask it differently. If this board is going to do it, we would have to do it by the end of the week, Monday at the latest.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
And there's no way.
And the next board wouldn't be meeting until the day after election, so it couldn't be the following Tuesday. You have to post for 7 days.
What is your first meeting in October? The 6th. So if you schedule something between the 15th and the 6th of October, that would give the budget committee a chance to look at it, plus your new board would be in seating, and it would be taken care and they would be all up on everything at that point.
I think they could do it faster than October, but I'm just saying.
I was just trying to avoid actually having a special meeting. I was trying to do it before a select board meeting, so that we didn't have to get on a special line. If you guys want to do it on a special line, I'm really happy.
Well, I don't see why, I mean, I'm not going to be here, but I don't see why you can't have the open town meeting on the 6th of October and take care of it right then and there.
You could, I thought there was an urgency to get it done, that's
Well,
what's my point.
it's just important to get the shoreline zoning ordinance passed. It's not like we're going to be without absolutely nothing. We fell back on the state. But I just rather it didn't linger.
So what is the board's pleasure? What are we doing here?
We're leaving it to the next board of selectmen.
You're going to leave it up to the board of selectmen that's coming in and let them set the date.
I don't see how we can be involved in it at this point.
Okay, I have no problem with that. So this will be postponed until September 15th. Correct?
Well, I'm hoping that we might set an organizational meeting as we do every year. It's possible, they could discuss it that night and then move forward with it.
Well, that was one of the things that I was going to bring up. It is procedure that after the election on the 8th, you have a meeting of the new board and you elect your chairman and your vice chair. It is up to, I guess, this board to set a date, and we can possibly include it that night if that's what the board seems to want to do. So your election is on the 8th, so you could do either Wednesday or Thursday night. What is the pleasure of the board?
Yeah,
Wednesday night? And what time would you like it? 5 o'clock? Wednesday night, September 9th at 5 o'clock. You will have your first meeting of your new board to elect your chairman and your vice chair and to discuss the shoreland ordinance and the overdraft. Okay? All right, that took care of that. So we don't need a motion of any kind this time. So now it's the town manager's report.
All right, so the waterfront committee would have been working on expanding the piers in the harbor, and they had applied for a grant from the state to work on the engineering part of this, and come up with a cost proposal for the entire project. The Maine Department of Marine Resources has awarded us a grant for $7,500. There is a $2,500 match from the town, for a total $10,000 to do the engineering and preliminary work for expanding the piers. If the board is okay with this, I can sign this contract.
Okay, do you need a motion? I need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion that we accept the grant award for $7,500 that will be also matched with CASIT for $2,500.
All those in favor? 5-0. It passes. Maine Yankee Impact Fee.
So Mr. Peter Murray has reached out to me. You may recall Mr. Murray assisted the town the last time the town made their impact fee and property tax agreement with Maine Yankee. That process started in 2003, and the agreement didn't get signed until 2005, and so it had to go back 2 years. That agreement was good for 20 years, and it does expire in 2023, which, believe it or not, is coming up on us very quickly. So Mr. Murray reached out to me to say, you know, it's probably time to get moving on this because it's going to take a long time, 20 years since you signed the last one. A great deal has changed, so there's going to be a lot of legwork that needs to be done to move forward with this to make sure that the town is actually taken care of properly. Because if you recall the last time, I believe you were told that waste would be out of there by 2023. It's And so I have had one Zoom meeting with him and his associate. Ellery was also there as part of this. And that was why I asked for the carryover of $35,000 to get the ball rolling on this and get going, because it probably would take us for 2 years to get this to make sure that we get there for the town. I just need the funds. We should proceed. I'll take a motion.
We need a motion. With the impact fee, Maine Yankee impact fee.
I make a motion that we go ahead with the Maine Yankee impact fee material and dealing with Attorney Peter Murray and Associates.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor? 5-0. Green Lawn Cemetery.
And so the last thing that I have here is kind of more of a reminder to folks on the policy for the Memorial Gardens part of the Lawn Cemetery. You recall back in 2013, the town was forced, the cemetery was forced to spend some money cleaning up trees and shrubs and items that had been placed that shouldn't have been there because of lax enforcement. It brought to my attention that the only thing that's allowed in that part of the cemetery where the urns are just the American flags and nothing else. There is material up there now. There's hanging plants, there's planter boxes. And so Kathy has posted a notice in the paper as to what the rules are for the cemetery out there. And we have a clearly marked up there with a sign that says nothing in that area besides flags. And we also sent out a notice last week telling everybody they had 2 weeks to come and get whatever is there, if there's anything, any sentimental value, before we send Ted in to remove it and get it to where it's supposed to be. We don't want to get nice enforcement to do that. We actually get the money, staff and stuff out there. So I just we're aware of that. Anybody who's watching, please, if you have anything out there that's a bit sentimental value, please get it out of there like it's going to be for transfer station.
Do you have anything else? Nothing. Okay, other board business? Yes, Kim.
So I wonder if now would be an appropriate time for, I guess, for me to do 2 things. One, make a motion that we dispense with the rules about making motions that are not on the agenda. And then, if that's okay with the board, I would like to talk about reversing our denial of the sewer abatement, which was in accordance with both the old policy and the new policy. So what do I do first, Ross?
Second that.
Was that the motion?
Second, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get this right. We have a motion to suspend not having, dealing with an item that is not on the agenda. It's been
Correct.
moved and seconded.
Okay.
All those in favor? Okay.
Okay, and then second, I'd like to make a motion that we reverse our denial of Christine Hoplovitz's sewer abatement request from 2 meetings back, I don't remember the date, because it was in accordance with both the old and the new sewer abatement policies.
Is there a second? Are there any questions or comments regarding it? Yes, Catherine.
I remember that was before us, but I don't recall all of the details. And I wonder if maybe we ought to just postpone it or table it until our next meeting, or do you want to get it done?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the one that had the issue with she was watering her lawn.
Yeah, it was $104, and that was the difference between her normal sewer bill and the bill from when she watered. And so the request fits in with the one-time miscellaneous abatement request of both the old and new policy, and it's for $104.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? All right. All those in favor of granting the abatement? All those opposed? It passed 3-2. Is there anything else?
Madam Chair. I think Phil Levese said it best, but some things are worth saying a second time. On behalf of the townspeople and the Board of Selectmen, I would like to present you with a bouquet of flowers and thank you. You have done a tremendous job with this town for the past pretty much 10 years. And it's been a privilege working with you.
Thank you very much. I was hoping I could get out of here without this. Yeah, wrong. This is a bittersweet moment for me. As you know, I have been in town politics since 2006. The town has come a long way, and I want to thank everyone in the town, the voters, the select boards that I've worked with before, all my department heads, the employees. You guys are one of a kind, and I'm going to miss you all. Thank you very much.
Quite finished.
Oh, God.
Thanks to COVID, this was supposed to happen in June, which would have been some point in that month, our last meeting. And I was going to present John O'Connell with his picture, thanks to Charlotte, newspaper article, and Judy, which would have been her last meeting. However, COVID loused it up. So I would like to present that to you.
You guys are really good into me.
Last couple of terms, and I want to thank you for your leadership, and as Phil and Ben so eloquently said, it has been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
And I have one more picture that I want to present to Kathy Honorato, because she has been the guiding captain in that office and has gotten us through, I don't know how many boards you have supported all through your career with in the town office, but I wanted to thank you. And if you'll come up here, I'll give you your picture. So you'll remember all of us.
I won't forget any of you.
Anyway, we thank you, Kathy. And thank you all.
Judy, I just want to say one thing. I don't know what you're planning to do after this, but if you would come and be a teacher next door, I know you would be great at it because you've taught me so much in the 2 years I've sat here. I know we haven't always sat eye to eye, but your ability to be so unflappable and calm and steady when all sorts of ideas and conflicts have come to the podium has been, it's left a lasting mark on me, and I admire it so much. So thank you, and please come next door.
Thank you very much. This has been an experience, and it has been a rough few years, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I might come next door, you never know.
We need some.
But I'm going to take some time off and just take care of myself for right now. But you have to see me there. But thank you again. Thank you, everybody. So this is my last time I get to say this. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor? We're out of here.